Hello, welcome or welcome back. Today I am talking about the topic of tithing and what it really means and how you can apply it to your life to get everything you want, which is why we're all here. My name is Hedley Derenzie. I am a qualified life coach and author. I am also super passionate about the amazing teachings of the law of assumption as originally taught by the wonderful Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that create our life. So if you want to change your life, then you have to change the story and you've got to persist with that new story. And if you want to create the most amazing life, then you need to know how to tell the most amazing stories. And that is why I am here. Thanks to these teachings, I'm now telling myself much better stories, and I want to help you to do the same. If you would like further support with that, I am available for one-to-one coaching. Those details are in the box below. Or if you would like to just stay connected, you can find me on Instagram. Those details are below as well. Okay, let's get into it. So today I am talking on the topic of tithing, which is a religious term that has been taken completely out of context. And because it's taken out of context, we're not using the term correctly, and the term is actually there to help us. So I want to put that term back into context so that you can use it in your own life to help you get to get what it is that you want in your life, which is why we're all here, which is why I'm here, which is why you're here. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. But before I do, I just want to share with you something funny that just happened. Yesterday, I posted a video about testing this stuff out, like not taking anyone's word for it, not taking my word for it, not taking Neville's word for it, not even taking Neville's teacher's word for it. I'll post that video up there. I'm pretty confident now it's going to come up on that side. I posted this video, and in the video I talked about how you can test it out, and one of the examples that I gave was that I had decided that I would see or hear the word rabbit in a conversation, just like a silly, stupid test that I had done a while ago. And so yesterday I shared that with you, and then this morning when I woke up and checked all my emails, I get quite a lot of spam emails. I'm sure most of us do, and a lot of these spam emails are like these dating sites from Russia with these Russian girls that want to find a date, and they always start the obviously they don't know their audience. So they start their emails with, "Hi, sexy, you're looking for a sexy girl," or something like that. And so I just see spam and I just delete it instantly. But today one caught my eye because it started with, "Hi, sexy rabbit." I just thought, this stuff is like, this is always like, since I've been working with this stuff, law of assumption, this happens to me on a daily basis. Like, I have things showing up, little things, big things. Like, I have things showing up all the time. Still, it is like it's the first time where even something small like that, I'm just like, oh my God, like this really works. Like, even though I know it works, I'm still like shocked and amazed and like blown away every time something like that happens, because it's just like so awesome. So yeah, this stuff does work, and it's super quick. Like, I just posted that video yesterday about seeing that silly word rabbit or hearing that word rabbit in conversation somewhere, and then this email pops up in my email box, "Hi, sexy rabbit." I just thought it was funny. Anyway, what were we talking about today? Tithing. So the topic of tithing is a topic that Neville talks about in his book At Your Command, which is one of the first books in the Complete Reader. And he talks about tithing being a term that was very much misused, taken from the Bible and misused for the benefit of those who were misusing it. Now, the way we understand tithing is that we give 10% of our income to our religious organizations, whether it's the church or I think Scientology does it. So a lot of the religious organizations have taken this term tithing, which is you give 10% of your income to God, or the church in this case. And that's a term that has become very much normalized in today's society, and certainly in religious circles. I really wanted to clear up what this term means and really break it down so that you can understand what it means and how you can apply it to your life, because it's a powerful term. It's a powerful act to tithe, and the term tithing to God, meaning you're connecting to God, you're tithing yourself to God. I'll post a link to the video where I talk about how you are God. Now, God is simply imagination. That's what God is. So everything is God because everything comes from imagination. But essentially the unseen is the cause, the imagination, and that is the cause of the seen. So what we see in our physical world comes from the unseen. That's our imagination, our consciousness, and God is imagination. So whatever we hold in imagination is God, and then it gets expressed in our physical world. So all in our physical world is an expression of God. So everything is God. We can just simplify it that way. What this term tithing means is to give 10% of your income to God. So what does that actually mean? Well, if you want to know the original words to anything, because the original, language is just the arrow pointing to where we need to go. It's not the answer. The answer is always within, but language will point us there. So if you want to know the original terms, as a writer, I love language, I love words, I love understanding them and where they came from and what they really mean. So I'm really interested in etymology, which is the study of words, the study of language. And there's a site called etymology.com, which I spend a lot of time on, whenever I want to know the original meaning of a word, because often the original meaning is really how the word was meant to be received. Over time, the meanings of words and language gets diluted, and so words tend to lose their meaning, and then we lose the power of how that word was meant to be received. So the term income, 1/10 of your income, what that really means is the term income just simply means going within. It means within, and within is where you find your wealth. So your income is your ability to come in, to go in within yourself. And by 1/10, it means 1/10 of your waking hour, your life. So you want to give 1/10 of yourself, so your attention, to God, imagination. So you're really going within, giving 1/10 of your time, your attention, to your imagination to create the realities that you want to create and experience here on earth. That's what this term means. It is not about giving money to organizations. Of course you can, there's nothing wrong with that. If you believe in something and you want to help, give money to it. But I also shared in another video about how I gave some money to a homeless girl, and I immediately felt like, what? That's not it. That's not it. Giving money, throwing money at things is just throwing money at the problem. If you want to change the problem, you have to go within yourself and to see it in your imagination, because imagination creates reality. And in your movie, you're the one setting the story. You're the one setting the scene. So if you see something that you don't like, you don't want to you can throw money at it as much as you like, but where you will have the most impact is to go within to your imagination and to see it in its ideal state. That is the power that we all have within us, not to throw money at the problem, or to just throw money away at these religious organizations that have completely taken this term out of context. If you want to work this out, let's say we're awake for 16 hours of the day. That's 960 minutes that you're awake for the day. What's 10% of that? That's 96 minutes. That's 96 minutes of your day that you want to give to God. Your imagination. So we need to stop thinking of God as this kind of spiritual, or not spiritual, religious concept, and really assume the truth of what God is, which is your imagination, your consciousness. And tithing to God, so giving 10% of your income to God, going within 10% of your waking life, giving that to your imagination to create new realities. That's all it takes. And you do that every day. Let's just say 45 minutes each, morning and night. You spend 45 minutes consciously in your imagination, imagining new realities, morning and night. I spend plenty more. I'm tithing with God a lot more than that. I'm throwing a lot more of my time into my imagination and creating new realities. But you don't even need to do that. You could do 5% of your time. It doesn't matter. As long as you're spending some time of your day, every day, morning and night, tithing to God, tithing to your imagination, connecting, going within and connecting to your imagination, which is your creative power, and creating the realities, seeing the realities that you want to experience in your life. Because if you're not doing that, I can tell you right now, you are going to experience more and more of the same and just be feeling like you're on life's treadmill. I'll link that video up there as well. So yeah, it's super important that we are giving 1/10 of our income to God. Now you know what that means. It is not about giving money to any organization. And if you think about, wow, the wealth that these organizations have gathered, these are some of the richest organizations in the world, based on a term that was taken out of context and designed to keep people out of their own power. And I'm not into conspiracy theories or anything like that, but I do find it really amazing that these organizations have become so incredibly wealthy because they've taken this term out of context and told people that you have to give 10% of your income to the church or to this organization to be a good person and to be and for God to be pleased. Like, it's just crazy the way so many of these terms have been taken out of context, and thanks to Neville and other teachers, there's plenty others who are bringing us back into connection with the truth of these teachings, which is you are the God of your reality. And you are the ones who write this story, and the only way you can do it is in your imagination, because that is what creates reality. Reality is just a reflection of consciousness. So you want to be spending at least 10% of your waking life in your imagination, consciously using it, directing it towards what it is that you want to experience, and being in those experiences and feeling them real in your imagination, knowing that reality has to catch up to whatever it is that we hold in consciousness and persist with over time. So that's just all I wanted to share with you. I hope that has resonated in some way. Please remember, you are the creator of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie, and whatever you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you. Assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life, and this is my wish for you. Thank you for listening. If you found this useful, please feel free to share with family and friends. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd love to have you, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Bye.